So I wanted to give you a little background on this song called Watch the World Wake Up With You and how it came to be. I came up with this idea back in December, early December, a few days before I was going to start tracking a lot of this album that I've been working on. And I was watching this interview, and this person said that their favorite part of the day was the morning, and they like to wake up early in the morning, and they love to watch the world wake up. And as soon as they said this phrase, I literally hit stop on this interview, and I went over to my keyboard and I came up with this idea for this song. And because I was already about to start tracking all this stuff on the album, I really didn't consider this to be a song I'd even work on, because it didn't seem like a complete thought when I was working on it at the time. So I kind of just put it in the back burner. It wasn't until like March 24th where I was just thumbing through my memos, my voice memos on my phone, and I ran across this idea, and I was like, I need to finish this. I think this is good. I went back to it and literally just kind of rewrote part of the lyrics, and that was about it. And it's a totally different format of a song, because you got like a verse, quasi-chorus, and then you got this outro. And I recorded this demo of it, and I remember when I was listening back to it myself after I'd sent it to my brother to see what he thought about it. I was coming back from Home Depot and I was like, wow, I feel like this is something special. I love this. And I figured it would be the last song on the project. And I always had thought, like, when all these songs I've been working on, the song that I was going to release as a single first was going to be one or two other songs. It wasn't going to be this. But then, given what the whole world and the current situation with things, I felt like this had to be it. And the reason being is I feel like, this whole idea of watching the world wake up, sunrises and sunsets are beautiful, but there's something more magical about the sun rising in the morning, because you see life begin. You see this transformation from the dark to the morning light, right? And I love that idea. I love sunrises, and I feel like that's kind of like where we are as our culture, or the world right now, is that we've been confined to our spaces for months or a month, whatever the time frame has been, wherever you are, and we're kind of waiting for everybody to go back out and begin life and to start anew. And it's kind of exciting, and so I felt like this would be a great way to tell that. And one of the visuals for this, like the single, the cover for it, the artwork, is literally from this hike that I took in Italy back in October, where I was going around northern Italy, this lake called Lake Garda. And a friend of mine had told me, you have to do this at sunrise, go up there. So me and my brother, we wake up at like 4 a.m. We go up this 45-minute hike, and we get up there and we watch the sun rise. And it was beautiful. So when I was writing this song, that was one of the things I was thinking of is, yeah, this is what it's like, right? The cover art for this single, for the song, is a picture that I took that morning. And that was one of my thoughts when I was writing this song, was, this is what I'm thinking of, like that moment there. And, who I'd want to share those moments with, that sort of thing. I end the song just literally saying, with you, with you, with you. And to me, that's a very important phrase. There's a author that I love. His name is Bob Goff, that wrote this book called Love Does. And the very first chapter of this book, he tells his story of how when he was a kid in high school and he was getting out of high school, he wanted to go work somewhere up at Yosemite, I think. And he had this mentor that was somebody that he kind of looked up to, and he just goes over to his house and tells him, hey, I'm going up here doing this. And this guy was really thrown off because it was like not planned at all. And so Bob's like, yeah, I'm leaving right now. And this guy's like, okay, hold on 1 second. And he comes back with a book bag, and he's like, all right, Bob, let's go. I'm with you. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm with you. Let's go. And so they hop in the car, and I'm guessing it's like a 7-hour drive from San Diego to Yosemite. And he gets up to Yosemite, and he can't get a job. I don't know if he can't find a place to live and all these things. Everything's just not going the way he thought it would be. He thought it would just be easy. You get there, and things are going to happen. one of these moments, he's very frustrated. Apparently, he comes out of a place that tells him, "Yeah, there's no job here for you. So good luck." So he comes back out, and his friend's just like, "How'd it go, Bob?" And he's just like, "I don't." And Bob's telling him how he's not sure if he wants to stay there or go back home. And this guy just reiterates the fact, and he says, "I'm with you, Bob. Whatever you decide to do. If you want to go back now, if you want to stay here and do this tomorrow, whatever you want to do, I just want to let you know, I'm with you." So this phrase is, something to say. It's another thing to do it. And as the story goes, they go back to San Diego. Things didn't work out for him there in Yosemite. When he gets back, he realizes when they get to this guy's house that there's all these open boxes and the place is just a disaster. And he'd seen that when he'd gotten there, but he realizes when he gets back there that this guy literally had gotten married the night before, and he was probably supposed to leave on his honeymoon that day. That Bob comes over and he ditches all that stuff to go with this kid Bob, because he knew that Bob was at a critical junction in his life. And it's one thing to say, "I'm with you," and it's another thing to actually say it and do it. Like the action is required. And that's what his book Love Does is all about, like action. There's no such thing as love without action. So my thought for you is, who would you like to watch the world wake up with? Share the song with them. Let them know you'd love to watch the world wake up with them every single day.